Guys, I want to give my thoughts on just the general history of Cinemassacre leading up to this point. Um, my thoughts about the old Cinemassacre, the original Cinemassacre, is that um, they really had a good thing going, and I don't know if James really realized like how good it was. With Bootsy and Kyle and Mike and James and Kevin, um, there was such a synergy where everything just vibed together. It all flowed. Um, you know, they were just like a group of friends, basically, with a very close bond, a personal chemistry. That the friendship really showed through, like on camera, and just made the whole vibe of the channel just like a bunch of friends hanging out making videos, and that's something that I really miss. It was just so fun, and like I said, it was like a group of friends hanging out making videos. Each person had their own personality that brought something to the table. Um, I miss all the original guys, especially Bootsy and Mike. Mike's still sort of around, but I'll probably talk about that later. But Bootsy, especially, I miss from the old crew. He was so hilarious, and just he was a good actor. In the uh, Board James and all that stuff. He was just Bootsy was really funny. He was my favorite of the original, besides Mike. Um, so obviously, that's my thoughts on the original crew. My thoughts about Screenwave. You know, Obviously the original crew left, and I won't really get into that whole controversy of why they left and all that. There's a lot of speculation as to why they left. Um, but whenever the old crew left, Screenwave came in, um, and Screenwave kind of came in without being introduced. They were just kind of there all of a sudden, and everyone was like, "Who are these guys?" I'm not talking bad about them because I don't have anything against the Screenwave guys. It definitely things had a different vibe whenever Screenwave came in. Um, they weren't very well received with a lot of people, but a lot of people actually liked them. Um, the whole vibe was different, like I said. They switched up the format for a lot of the stuff on the channel. Obviously, they quit doing board games. Screenwave, I guess you could say Screenwave brought kind of a more professional vibe to the channel because they're like they work with Screenwave obviously, and they manage YouTube channels. Um, but when Screenwave came in, I feel like that original sort of passion was kind of gone. I don't want to say James's passion is completely gone, but it definitely didn't have the same vibe once Screenwave came in. Um, but I don't have anything against Screenwave. I admire their hard work on the channel and all that, and I think they did a lot of cool things. Rental reviews and all that stuff was really cool in my opinion. Whenever Mike left, Mike was Mike was the last original member besides James to leave. He left a couple years ago, 2020 or somewhere around there, I think. Um, Mike leaving was, for a lot of people, that was like the nail in the coffin as far as like a lot of people didn't want to watch Cinemassacre after that. And now I do agree that Mike brought something to the channel that there's something so unique about Mike, and he's really hilarious. He just has a really unique personality that brought a lot to the channel. Him and James doing James and Mike Mondays, that was really something special. Um, Mike was just really funny. He did a lot of great acting in the AVGN episodes. Um, I really miss Mike. He's, I think he started to work with James again, so we'll see what happens with that. He's worked on a couple of the newer AVGN episodes. So is he back on the channel? I don't really know, but um, Mike wasn't like a deal breaker for me necessarily, even though he is my favorite out of everyone that's ever been on Cinemassacre. Mike is my favorite. I still follow him on Twitch. I watch him religiously on Twitch. Even though Mike leaving really sucked for me, but it didn't make me like stop completely. Like I still watch James here and there. But that's my thoughts about Mike leaving. The current state of the channel is basically anyone who's been watching understands that Screenwave kind of stepped down from like appearing on camera. I'm not sure why they did that exactly. I don't know if it was because of backlash or I'm not sure why they did that, but Screenwave doesn't really appear on camera anymore on Cinemassacre. And James, mostly the channel now is just James. He does like film reviews and he still does AVGN, obviously. I think Screenwave still edits and helps him do the back end stuff and the marketing and stuff, but it's a little sad just seeing James by himself. It kind of makes me really miss the old days, but I'm not sure what they're going to do going forward. James, he has interviewed a few people on the channel since it's just been him. He interviews people now, and I think he interviewed the what's that guy's name? The Trauma guy, I think it is. I can't remember his name, but I think James does some cool stuff like his nostalgia videos, his film reviews and stuff. I like James. He's a cool guy. I've always liked him. I think I do want to see him interview more people, and I would really love to see him. I would really love to see Mike come back. I think that would reinvigorate the channel. That would give a lot of the fans what they want, basically, including myself. I would love to see James and Mike Mondays come back. I think the channels. I think that it just. I don't know. I feel like James and Mike Mondays was one of the things that was keeping the channel, the original feel to the channel. It was just so great seeing James and Mike together, their chemistry as friends and all that. So I really would love to see Mike come back. But yeah, I think overall, I'm still a fan, even though I don't watch all the time or anything, but I still go back and watch Board James. I still watch AVGN. I'm still a fan, I support James, and I've been a fan since the beginning. Literally, I've been watching James and AVGN since like 2007 or something, like early days. So I would love to see them keep going, and I'm not sure exactly what all is going to happen with the channel. Nobody really knows that, but I'm excited just to see what happens. So I'm still a fan. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you're still a fan. Let me know your thoughts on the current state of Cinemassacre. And what would you like to see happen? Would you like to see Mike come back? Would you like to see Screenwave come back on camera? I think we can all agree having the original crew back would be amazing. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but it would be amazing to see that. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys. Please like and comment and subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on everything I just talked about. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.